Hey everybody, I'm going to do a quick video about the interesting and good thing that happened in Missouri that we talked about with Sergeant Sniper that I mentioned in my last morning walk video. Here we have an Associated Press article pulled up, and I'm going to read a little bit from it. Jefferson City, Missouri, the Missouri House on Thursday passed a bill to ban local police from enforcing federal gun laws, an effort to stymie implementation of any new federal gun restrictions enacted under Democratic President Joe Biden. Now, those of you that are aware of the political goings-on in America, most of my followers will be, you likely agree with me that one of the primary things that makes us powerful and safe is the right to keep and bear arms, the right to associate, the right to speak, the right to form militia groups, that kind of thing. Enshrined into the Constitution, protected by the Bill of Rights, etc., etc. And of course, it seems that both parties in America have been taking a big old crap on the Constitution for a very long time. And so it's nice to start seeing states take a stand against the tyrannical control of the federal government. And while currently this largely is in the hands of the Democrats, remember, neither the Republicans nor the Democrats are a friend of you or a friend of the real freedoms here in America, and both parties have a long history of crapping on the Constitution, so just keep that in mind going forward when you think about states' rights. It's more important to have a politician in your local area who you believe in, who you trust will do the right thing, regardless of if they have an R or a D on the end of their name. So be careful not to be pulled into party politics at the local level. You want the right person for the job and a person who you know who has demonstrated that they are willing to do the right thing and put their money where their mouth is, so to speak, with how they vote, with the types of legislation they support in your local area for protecting rights and freedoms, that kind of thing. We hope to see more of this kind of thing cropping up across many states, maybe Texas, Tennessee, South Dakota, Wyoming, places like that. It'd be really nice to see. I'll be placing a link to this article in the description, as well as where you can find the Missouri legislation itself. Now let's pop over to who to contact. I would start by going to the .gov website for your state. Start with the governor, your elected representatives, legislatures, and the mayors of your major cities. And use their contact information, which you should be able to find rather easily on the .gov site for all of your elected representatives in your state. Use that to contact them and say something similar to what I have prepared to read to you today. Mine says, Dear Governor Lee, recently in Missouri, a bill was passed to prevent police from enforcing unconstitutional firearm restrictions by the federal government. Not only is that something I would like to see in our state, but I would like legislation like this passed for protecting all of our rights, not just the right to keep and bear arms. Please read the attached Missouri legislation and adopt something similar in our state, especially to protect our rights of free speech and assembly. And then, of course, you put the link. Thank you in advance for your dedication to the people of Tennessee, Samantha Easton. The point of this is to pressure people in your state to protect your rights, which our founding fathers and the people that came before us in our states wanted us to have. The never-ending bloat of the federal government and the encroachment into all of our lives should be evident to pretty much every American now that lives in rural America. And we need to start taking charge. We need to start pressuring our politicians at the local level to do the right thing and protect our enshrined rights, or they're not going to do it. Remember, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. And in your area, sometimes only 10 letters or 50 letters is enough to make legislation start. Because remember, if you live rural, your local mayor or the county elect or mayoral governor of your county, whatever it's called in your area, they might only get a few emails a month or a few letters a month. So if 5 or 10 emails show up demanding the same thing, people on a local level will take notice to that. We have power in the local level. We just have to decide to start using it. So hopefully many of you out there will do the same. I'm going to be doing the same to all the elected officials in Tennessee. Do the same in your state, and hopefully we can start seeing some positive change. Keep heart and fight smart, everybody.